ridiculous. Call for a personal foul.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man.
Well, I've been a fan of Boston Celtics for, my whole life pretty much.
First Celtics game was back when I was like 7.
The Boston Celtics became legendary.
What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jesse Almeida here on YouTube and from Beantown Takes. And today we are doing another Celtics reaction video. Today we are reacting to KG and Paul Pierce talking about the Celtics playoff exit and what is to come next for the Boston Celtics future. We're going to go in a little bit more depth in this video here on what the Celtics should do this offseason. We're going to see what Paul Pierce and KG has to say in terms of that, because there is a new CBA rule coming out where you do get penalized for being well over that tax threshold or whatever. So there are new rules with that. Maybe you're going to have to ship off a main piece, so on and so forth. So we'll go into more depth with that in this video here. And we're going to see what KG and the truth, Paul Pierce, have to say on the Celtics going forward. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link's in the description down below. And without further ado, stop straight into this video.
When it came to beating the Heat 3 times, I was like, man, you got to be a shitty-ass team to get beat 4 straight times. Nah. Then I watched the first 2 minutes of how the C's came out. Oh, no, I don't like that energy. Nah, that's not energy to beat you. That's not energy to beat you. One thing I know, Lord, when P get in there, and look him. He had 2 types of P's. One P where he was like, all right, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just go out here and beat this.
Talking about Pierce.
Boom, we get out here. When P wanted to blow somebody out, P get in the huddle and go, hey, look. Let's go ahead and sit in the middle. When we played Detroit, you was like, hey, let's
I love Garnett, man.
Right here. We finna get there, and we was.
Hey, Garnett, we can definitely use some of that energy in the assistant coaching role on the bench. We can definitely use some of that. Because here's my thing with the Celtics right now. People are saying that they need to ship off Jaylen Brown. They need to get a big piece for Jaylen Brown. If you want to have the debate between Brown and Lillard, I mean, we can, I guess, have the debate. But even there, too, you're getting older with that trade. I don't know if that necessarily is good for you. It might be better for the short term, but in terms of long-term goal, definitely not. I definitely think that the Celtics should still ride out with Jaylen Brown. I know we're all pissed off as to how he performed. I understand all of that. We have the frustration right now in terms of Jaylen Brown. But at the end of the day, he is 26 still. He's still young. We could have him for 5 years if we sign him to that Supermax. If you want to debate whether he's worth the Supermax or not, I guess we can have the debate there too. But it's so important to keep these two Jays locked up for the entirety of their career. I can't emphasize that enough. If you want to have the debate like, hey, we can go get a top 3 point guard in the game for Jaylen Brown, we can have that discussion. Personally, me though, if you were going to move Jaylen Brown, it should have been for Kevin Durant. But that ship has now sailed. I don't think the Celtics really need many major pieces moved. I don't think so. I do think that they just need winning culture players. People who have that winning mentality. Who can spark up a bench. Who can get your guys going. And get that energy in the air. Like KG, for example, right now. Like somebody... We need somebody like Kevin Garnett. Whether it's on the bench, whether it's in the coaching, something to motivate these players into have a killer mentality. We need somebody like that. Whether they get 0 minutes in the postseason or they get 20 minutes in the postseason. We need somebody like that. I've been hearing that they might be looking to trade Malcolm Brogdon because right now the Celtics are tied up with about 70 to 80 million, I think, something like that. If not, it's 60 million in terms of the 3 guards, White, Smart, and Brogdon. So you might have to move one of those 3 pieces because you're tied up in so much money in terms of your guards there. for me, if you're going to trade Brogdon, who just won Sixth Man of the Year, by the way, let's just note that real quick. If you're going to move Brogdon, it's got to be somebody who can shoot the ball and is just as good, if not just a tiny bit worse than Brogdon. Like, one name that I will be on board with trading Brogdon for will be Bojan Bogdanovic. That's a move where I will be on board for. Same money, you know what I mean? Going in, going out. Celtics need some wing depth. And Bojan Bogdanovic brings you in an elite shooter. Not saying that Brogdon is not an elite shooter. He totally is. But I'm just saying, if you need to spread your money out in other positions, like, for example, a forward or whatever, right? And if you are going to trade Brogdon, I think Bojan Bogdanovic is a nice name. I saw a trade earlier that somebody said it was Brogdon for Davis Bertans and Reggie Bullock. That is such an L move if the Boston Celtics make that move. I hope they don't make a move like that because that is such a downgrade from Malcolm Brogdon. I would rather run it back with the team that we have now than do that trade because at the end of the day, if we do sign Jaylen Brown to that Supermax, we wouldn't really have to worry about that flexibility until after next season. So realistically, they could run it back one more time, but I get it if they want to get ahead of the game now and instead of after next season. I do understand that 100%. If you're going to trade Brogdon, it's got to be for somebody just as good as Brogdon or not as good, but the gap is marginal. You know what I mean? It's not a huge gap. So that's where I stand in terms of Brogdon. I definitely think Peyton Pritchard's gone. I don't know if Grant Williams is going to be gone yet or not. That is still one that I'm, like, thinking about. But I can definitely see Pritchard being shipped off, maybe with Hauser and, like, the back end of the bench for maybe a piece. One thing for sure, though, is that they need veteran coaches in that coaching staff, like, as assistant coaches. They started that today by signing Sam Cassell as a assistant coach role. He's not going to be the lead. He was the lead assistant coach for the Sixers, so that's a good thing. Plus, he won a championship with the Celtics in 2008. So that brings some of the winning mentality into this team. I like that. First move of the offseason, they got Sam Cassell to be an assistant coach. W move so far. Let's expand on that and sign more veteran coaches behind Joe Mazzulla. I'm assuming they're going to go in depth of, like, who should come in as an assistant coach or whatever, but it's a good start so far to this offseason.
That energy, like, oh, shit, we gorillas tonight.
Right.
They didn't have that. We come to check. They didn't have that gorilla.
But they don't
energy.
have nobody on there like that.
No, they're all
the Chiefs
chill.
has gorillas. I'm saying they didn't come with that gorilla energy. They didn't come with that. We here swinging on the rim, we going through. It wasn't none of that.
KG's the man. Hey,
Hey,
KG, I got a question for you. Do you want to be an assistant coach? We'll take ya. Pierce, you can come join him. You can join him. 100%. Arno's name was being flicked around there for being an assistant head coach. I don't know if I really like that or not. Like, I get what they're trying to do with that, but, like, Rondo hasn't coached. So, I get it, but I don't think he's the right man right now.
Be somebody who's
Maybe if he got a little bit more experience, or if he's in the second or third row coaching.
A few times. Martin should have. I mean, is that his name?
We did
Caleb. He just kept going to the rack.
I'm saying
he getting threes.
I'm saying that to say that the Celtics never made no adjustments to that.
I would have been like, Perk Ticket, he go to the ground. I'm going to sit him baseline, put him on his ass.
Or just be aggressive with him.
Like,
They never made no adjustments.
Nah, he's supposed to fall. He's supposed
And
to
to
get
beat
hit.
a motherfucker 4 straight times, well, that's impossible. That's why they never been done, and that's why.
KG, but wait a minute, wait. According to you, though, anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Come on, man. Nothing's ever impossible. Anything's possible.
It's only been done like 2 or 3 times in the history. We've been in the history 75 years. Been done like 3 times because it's hard as fuck. Against good teams, man, to beat a team 2 straight times?
In the conference finals.
In the conference final where we know each other, man, that's hard. For all you fans out there who don't know shit about this, I'm giving y'all game. Here's free game. You sitting there game 3 and you watching the team. Lord, let me tell you how close game 3 was.
That was our face. That was Celtics fans' face. We're like, is this seriously happening right now?
Right.
KG's all of us
That's how they got 3
from
right.
game 3.
And to beat somebody who well coached, is motivated team, multiple players, bro. That's what I'm
It'll
talking
get hard right
bro,
there.
it will be hard. It's running uphill in mud. That's what it was like for the C's to play the Heat and to beat the Heat. Man, what was your take on the C's, bro? First off, shout out to the C's because they had a good year, real shit. This is the process. You got to go.
Good year? I wouldn't go as far as saying good year, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it was a failure. It was starting to go downhill straight from the beginning of the season. Gallinari goes down. Then Ime Udoka gets suspended. Then you had to add in a coach from the interim because there were no coaches available at that time when Udoka got suspended for his allegations. So they went with Joe Mazzulla, who had little to no experience in terms of head coaching. A D2 college team has been his only experience coaching. I kind of wish they went Damon Stoudemire to be the head coach. But the players like Mazzulla. Like a lot. Like you can tell that they love Mazzulla. So I get the pick. But for Mazzulla's first year as a head coach, who's had little to zero experience, to get to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, it's not really that bad. It ain't that bad. Next year, however, I will say, there should be zero excuse. Zero to be back in the finals. Zero excuse.
Go through some pain to get through some great moments.
You want to say the Ime Udoka situation is what held them back? Fine. Alright? You want to say that? The coach never got a chance to prepare for the season because it was so short notice. You want to say that? Fine. Have it. Alright? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think the Celtics deserve a pass because of the Ime Udoka situation? Yes or no? I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm in the middle of writing an article right now for the Celtics overview of this season. And right now, my current grade for the Celtics is at a C+, B-, around there.
It's real shit. And, you know, it's back on it. You know, it's back to it.
I mean, they got to figure out, you know, obviously they disappointed, but they got to figure out, now's the question is how you get better.
How you mature.
Yeah, how you mature, how you get better.
That's a better question.
And,
how do you mature?
You know, they roster's a championship roster, first off. You know, you got to figure out, sign Jaylen Brown, 1. Keep the second team all NBA. He's going to be a premier all-star. So how do you get better from
everybody
there?
being mad at
You got to
Brown.
take it from top to bottom. You got to look at every point. That's what we always say.
Despite of everybody being mad at Jaylen Brown right now, I agree. You do have to extend Jaylen Brown. 100%. Then if he requests a trade, then so be it. It is what it is. But you got to extend him. If you're not going to trade Brown for Durant, I mean, you got to extend him. Maybe later on down the road we can have that discussion between him and a trade between him and Lillard. But you got to extend him. I get people are angry at Brown right now, but you got to extend him. Brown just needs to work on his ball handling.
Got to get better.
From the top, from Brad Stevens to Coach Mazzulla to the players. And so you start at the top. Brad got to have a meeting with everybody. Like, look, and that's what he told us. Remember, he always looking at how to get better. Remember, he told us that. So they got to have that meeting and say, how you get better? I think it start from the top. How can our coaching staff be better? How can our team be better? And this is right
You need
now is the
veteran coaches.
evaluation period right now. And this is what they got to figure out. Yeah, it's tough. The season just ended. It's a lot going through everybody's mind.
You're off to a good
Do we
start,
sign
though, with
this? Do we
Sam
sign that? Do
Cassell.
we trade this? You got to take a step back and take a deep breath and say, all right, let's get the wait till our emotions come down. Because at the beginning, everybody like, well, you need to do this. You need to change the coach. You need to trade this. No,
Yep.
that ain't what you do.
Right.
These cats that went to the finals. They did one game away from the finals. You just got to take a deep breath and say, where do we get better at? And it started at the top.
Right.
You bring Missoula back?
Yeah, I'll bring Missoula back. I can't keep bringing in new voices. I'm going to add to what I got right now. You know what I'm saying? I got these chicken and waffles, but I need
players
to
like
add
Missoula.
some scrambled eggs with cheese now. I need to, get my lemonade. I got to.
But I will say this, though. He's definitely got to be on some sort of leash at the beginning of next season. If things are going south early with Missoula next season, he's got to go. Got to go. He's got to be on some sort of leash next season.
Add to it. It's already good. You know what I'm saying? I got to add to
Like,
it.
all right,
It's
you've had a
already
year
there.
to figure it out.
So I'm bringing
All
Missoula
right,
back.
now
but
you
maybe
should
I'll add
be
somebody
good to
like
go.
A veteran coach or like a Sam Cassell.
That's pretty interesting.
And it is 10:52 on Sunday, June 4th. And not too long ago, Sam Cassell has signed with the Celtics to be an assistant coach.
Influence.
Some influence on the bench, a champion, been a coach, understand what it takes.
Knows how to develop players, mature them.
They gotta
when
be
I watched the
I-
Celtics,
yes.
At least in the Heat series, I saw things get exposed. I saw, man,
KG, where were you? Hold on, I gotta call you out, KG. Where were you? We needed you. The fans were trying to get you here. We got Bree here tweeting at you and Paul Pierce. Pierce answered her call. Where were you? We needed you, KG. If you were there, if you were at the Garden, man, just your presence would have been known. And that would have gotten the players fired up. Where were you, KG? I will say that, though. Damn, KG. Where the hell were you this series?
game is pluses and minuses. And
Pierce
to
showed
me,
up.
What I was watching was decision making. I was watching the continuity, playing together, sharing the ball.
Yeah.
Now they have all the things that you want in a team, culture, all that. Now it's time for Boston's best players to mature. Jason Tatum, his decision making in the fourth quarter, his precision, the moves, what he's doing. I actually thought that the C's stayed on the long ball too long. I think there wasn't enough go to the basket. I think people, and when you think about basketball,
Yes.
threes open up by how you're going to the hole and your
Yes,
concentration to the
right.
hole. Yeah, just throwing the kicking. That's it. They got away from that. Al Horford didn't get any easy threes or any easy points.
They was just
And those,
chucking.
guys like that need those points to keep his morale going. He's playing the best big and Bam, and B, he's playing the best.
They were trying to
center.
get a three early and
But when I
quick.
watched them play, man, it was maturity. I think the next steps for the C's, at least to me, observing, is maturity.
Yeah, but then
and you
again-
gotta have, hold on, you gotta
Okay,
have
go ahead.
those influences in there. Sam Cassell has had John Wall, Bradley Beal. He's had
Embiid.
no. He's had Maxey. He's had Shea Alexander.
Yeah.
I'm talking from development of player now. Like, to me, these guys are top tier players, first team, second team, all NBA players. Now it's about bettering those players. Not even your bench. I'm not talking about the Rod Williams. I'm talking about Tatum and Brown. It's
They
time
gotta
for them to
still get
take the
better.
next step. It's time for them to take the next step, is my point.
I mean, that's the thing too. You could get better internally. Like you just like Doc would tell us. Like it ain't nothing wrong with what we doing. We got to do it harder
And
Right.
better.
and better.
True.
Maybe they got to just get better, continue to get better. They still young. You know, coach, you got to give credit to Coach.
They haven't
Missoula.
even
He's a
really hit
first-year
their
coach.
prime
It's a
yet.
difference from sitting in the second or third.
And
seed.
we're already giving up on Jaylen Brown. Like, guys, come on. I get it, you're angry, but like, let's calm it down a little bit.
Then that first seat.
I got it.
Now you taking all the pressure. Now you doing all the interviews. Now you responsible for drawing out that play late or rotations when you didn't have that responsibility before. You know, that's like saying an 8th man, somebody get hurt, now he's starting. You know, think about that preparation. Like, you don't prepare like an 8th man no more. Now you got to prepare like a starter. That's what I learned. Like when I started coming off the bench, when it was like, dang, you know, I was so used to starting. You know, when I came off the bench in Brooklyn, I was like, this is a whole different mindset. This is a whole different preparation.
Right.
You know, I gotta be. It's different. It ain't like I warm up and then I sit down for like 30 minutes and then I get in the game. Before I warm up and then now we start. And so for Mazzulla, I like him, a coach. You know, he's young. I think we need more young, good minds like that. I mean, they was the #1 offensive team. They weren't the defensive team this year.
They got to get back to that too. Their
so
defensive
you got to
presence.
look at all those things. They got to get back to what made them great.
Right.
What do you add? What do you add
Like
to
I
this?
said, I think you got to add to the coaching staff. I
Yes.
think you got to add.
That's the main thing, I think. The main thing is adding to the coaching staff. Add some veteran presence in the coaching staff behind Mazzulla so they can help him as time goes on in the season. Because we lost Damon Stoudemire, I think, in March. And that turned out to be a huge blow for the C's. They need some winning culture players. Some winning mentality, dog mentality players. That's what they need next. Maybe there is such thing as too much talent. Maybe there is.
Like you said, the players internally got to get better. I think they can use some more athleticism.
Depth.
I think they got depth.
They got
too.
depth,
I
right.
think they
Like,
got depth.
Miami's-
Brogdon was hurt.
Miami's 9 beat Boston's 9. Let's keep it 100. Game 7, Miami had 9, nigga. 9. I don't even mean to go this hard. My bad.
Yeah, man. That's going to do it for this video here. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed these videos. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link's in the description down below. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What should the Celtics do this offseason? Should they add a big piece? Should they trade Jaylen Brown? Should they trade Brogdon? Should they get prepared for this new CBA? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. It's been your boy Jesse, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.